Oh man, I guess we could turn on the mic. There we go. There we go. Holy crap. Hey, I guess now I'm on. There we go. But there's been a bunch of different things. Yeah, I can't hear you. You can hear me now. But there's been a bunch of different things happening. Guys, it's been a while. And I just wanted to hit them. There's like a whole list. I got like a giant list of things that have been happening. And I guess nothing's significant enough for me to jump in and go, hey, you know, I need to talk about that stuff. So that's kind of been my thoughts. But it's good to see you guys. It's good to be seen. So hey, Josh and Lee McCready, yeah, there we go. We got sound now. I'm like looking at my mic levels, and it was 0. What I should at least have done is left the music running. Huh? But do you even have that going? Let's see here. I think the music is still running. Yeah, see, I can still pull that up. There we go. You hear that? Yeah, we hear that. All right, so I'm gonna turn that off just in case I accidentally get on there. But so let's go ahead and cover those things. First of all, let's just go down the list. The list of things that have been happening, what I think about them. Am I excited? Am I not excited? One of the things that I've had a lot of time to do is to kind of just do a little bit of watching. I've definitely been checking out the state of the drone hobby. But what's really coming to be interesting right now is the camera. The camera aspect of it is kind of heating up because Christmas is coming, that kind of stuff. So I've got a list of things, and if you looked on my live stream introduction, I guess I can put that up here. You like the ducks back there? I thought that was pretty fun, so I thought I'd put some ducks on. But so this basically is my list of items. And of course, my question is DJI kind of a product of its own, you know, of its own success? Is it a victim of its own success? We've got possibly the coming of the Action 2. Some of you guys are interested in that. Some of you guys are not. You've got a really great sale going on of the Action 1. We've got a GoPro 10 possibly showing up. We've had the recent releases of the Air 2S and the Mini SE. And of course, we've got the recent release of the Mobile 5. And the Mobile 5, this bad boy right here. Let me see if I can get that thing up. Let's see if I can get the Mobile 5 up right there. My window capture is not having fun here. Let's see if I can get that to come up there. There we go. So that's the Osmo Mobile 5. Pretty interesting thing, isn't it? Couple things that I'd have to say about that. Yeah, smaller. I have not watched a single video, and I do not intend on doing that, just in case I have the interest in buying it. But I guess if you're looking to use your phone as a vlogging tool, but guys, I've got so many of these things, and I'm like, okay, Osmo 1, Osmo 2, Osmo 3, Osmo 4. The Osmo 4 is, you know, is definitely a capable thing. So, but what do you think about that thing? Okay, just to be quite honest, there's a Moza version of that was very similar to this, and it's a ripoff, definitely, of that technology. I had really good software that went along with it. It was very small. I've had I can't remember, the Moza Mini or something like that. It was an earlier Moza version, and but it looks like DJI's grabbed a hold of that. So But $159, am I a buyer of that? Maybe. I'm probably a buyer of that if, for example, if I guess if I don't like my current situation, the Pocket 2, which I'm using. But this takes your phone away, So that's kind of the first of the items that basically pops up. And like I said, I haven't seen a single video on it. I don't really need to because it's a handheld gimbal. Almost everybody's going to show a couple of different features. I've had features where you can, basically, create some zoom effects. And it's been done. It's been done before. Tracking's been done. The light version of this has been done. So I just can't think of anything that hasn't already been done. I guess the only thing that this one has to its advantage is the telescopic pole. So if you're into this thing, I would say $159 is a pretty good price. The one thing that DJI has done recently is they've kept their prices down. So, all right. So just, as as an interested party and you want to get that thing, go ahead and get it. I'd say. It's DJI, can't go wrong. It's going to be more compatible with your phone. I would say more compatible with maybe the 11 and 12 than anything new coming up. But I would give it a thumbs up. So the Osmo Mobile 5 is definitely one of those things that that is intriguing. So, but I would say the item that most interests me is not this. It would definitely be the DJI or the Osmo Action 2, if it possibly basically comes. So as far as what's coming technology, that's definitely where I'd be going. So, but this is kind of this is one of the leaked. I've seen a couple of different leaks of the Action 2. I'm really interested in this product. If you have not bought the inexpensive Osmo Action, it is the lowest price camera. You can get it as low as $169, maybe less than that. So just check around. There's a lot of hype videos going on about this. Don't believe it. Don't believe any hype until it actually is released. I've seen some really interesting versions of this. I've seen a slide version where the screen actually slides out the back. I've seen a flip up version. I don't think any of those would pass the durability test, but it would definitely be cool to have a flip up version with a larger screen. I think that would be kind of cool. It would go away from the action camera field if it would become more, destructible. Definitely a lot of people like to strap these things on their FPV drones. So anyway, if you're interested in that kind of thing, I'm definitely going to be a buyer of this. Now, only if the next product, okay, the GoPro 10, assuming that the GoPro 10 is released in a version that is not plagued with problems like the overheating issues. Biggest problem with action camera is heat. So am I excited about that? Yeah, I'm excited about that. I am. I think it's about time. I think 2 years is too much time for the release of that. And I think there will be some buyers of the new version. I think people will be replacing their old Osmo with the new Osmo 2, assuming that's what they call it, or the Action 2. Just depends on what they're going to call that. So kind of cool. Hold on here. I'm gonna throw a little bit. Should I throw a little bit of sound on the background? Let me go ahead and. But pretty cool things. I would say I'd be excited about here. I'm just getting up on, just checking out my music playlist there. So there you go. And if you have not been on Epidemic Sound, I'm a huge user of that. If you want to know where all my music comes from, bam, Epidemic Sound. So pretty cool. But yeah, I'm excited. There it is right there. New and better and cool. So check it out. Hopefully we get to see that within the next, I would say right before Christmas. That thing's probably going to come out November. It's going to be a big month. Assuming we get the releases of the things I think are going to come out. So yes. Yeah, why not? Hey, it's just money, right? Let's just keep buying stuff. My biggest problem is your biggest problem. The same thing. It's I've got all these gadgets, and they've made them. Like I said, the once again, if I go back to my main point, which is, well, we got ducks. Do we have ducks flying? We got ducks flying. We've got ducks. Is DJI is becoming a victim of its own success, and if you make things really good and durable, and I think there's a self-destruct portion or component of just about every product that's on this list right here. I would say the biggest problem is the DJI products last so long, and they hold our attention for a long time. They're so good. So, and yes, I am a DJI fan. I am an enthusiast. So, but gosh, it's so nice to be back. But I'm busy. This is my time of year. I've got to be busy. It's Friday night, and we're going to have some, we've got football games going on tonight, and I'm excited about that. So as soon as I get done with my live stream, I'm going to go and get a little bit of a workout in. Then I'm going to go and get prepared for tonight's game. So it'll be a lot of fun. I'm excited. Homecoming day. So for us, if you don't know that, I'm a teacher on the side. So that is my main job. Okay. No, I'm a YouTuber on the side. What am I talking about? But yep, right there, Burger King. That's where we live this time of year. Guys, if you haven't checked out any videos I've done a bunch of things with the Mini SE. Highly recommended. We're coming back to that. All right. Also, the Air 2S. Next thing on my list, next item on my list is, I'd say, the main. It's the main objective of this kind of live stream discussion. And I got an email today. I wasn't going to do this live stream today. I got an email, and let me just show you. This is from Michael, and I'm going to go ahead and put Michael. He's been a long time viewer of my channel. If you guys are wondering, hey, why aren't you getting on with Kai or whatever? I just don't have time. I don't have time. Kai is my friend. I haven't even had a chance to really talk to him, and that's not excusable. It's inexcusable. But last night, for example, I'm a football coach, and I'm just getting back. I'm kind of getting back into it. I was away for a while, coming back, and it takes a lot of time. I mean, I'm literally at work until, like, for example, tonight I'll be at work till about 9:30, 10 o'clock. So it's a big night. So, but as far as live streaming and what I'm doing and why I'm doing or not doing things, it's just time. I'm trying to devote my time to the things that got me here, which is my regular job. So, just so you know. But Michael, above me here, longtime viewer, asked that he was basically sent me a picture of these leaks. Okay, I've seen the leaked photos. I've had a chance to look at them. I have an opinion on them, and I actually had an opinion. Actually, Kai and I were on over a month ago, probably a month and a half ago now, maybe 2 months. It's been a while. But we were discussing this very thing, and these photographs are basically from the same creator. So right away, I have a little bit of skepticism, to say it mildly. Just to give you a kind of these are the photographs that we're talking about, and this one here is an earlier. Here, let me get my head out of the way here. Let me move my window. Let me move myself out of the said window of said. There we go. Move me right there. But do you notice some similarities here, guys? Okay, do you notice any similarities? Now, I think the body of this one is actually more accurate to the body shot that came by Drone XL. So, but this camera is literally the same or much the same. Obviously, this one's a copy. It's a 4/3. That would be a really big camera to shove on a drone of this size. But micro 4/3, man, that is a beefy camera, especially if you've got an 8K or a 6K. Well, it's 8K and then 8 or 6x zoom. But do you see any similarities, guys? Do you see any similarities? So that's all I'm saying. This one, not as rounded as the other one, but all I'm telling you is, I don't know. I just, I think whatever comes is going to be fun. It's going to be cool. I've watched a bunch of videos on this. I've heard many people speculate, but once again, all it is speculation. I do believe that there's going to be this Hasselblad partnership. It just makes sense. DJI is heavily involved, last I heard. But there's obviously, this is not if you look at the lights on there, those have been added. This is definitely a concept, just like when Kai Friedrichsen and I were discussing it earlier. But that's, I'm excited about this. Would I be excited? Would I be a buyer? Yeah, is it going to replace the Air 2S like I've got right now? There's things on here that just don't make sense. The Air 2S has the collision avoidance front end. This one I don't see has that, unless there's something missing that we're not seeing on this one. I think the idea of the rear battery bay is definitely, there's the front shot. There's a lot of really fun, interesting, aspects to this, but there's really nothing groundbreaking. But would I be a buyer? Yeah, I'm definitely a buyer of the Mavic 3 whenever it comes out. So I just thought using these two renderings that we're pretty familiar with. I mean, just go back and forth there. This was the one that came out quite a while ago. Much more rounded, I'd say much closer. Let me see if I can find any more of there's that. Oh, there's my duck there. I just want to see in my other shots. Yeah, this was the other interesting set of drawings with a very, I would say outlandish idea. There's definitely a lot of fantasy going on there. But I think a lot of people have settled on the fact that the front of the drone is definitely going to be this way, where this one is a little more similar to that. And then I'll go back over here to the one that came out just recently. So what do you think? I mean, I'm just saying, are you guys a buyer of this thing? I personally am. I love I've flown a drone. I've flown the Evo 2. I've flown something that can fly, for 4, 5, 6 kilometers, that can fly for 40 minutes. Guys, there's no more freedom than flying a drone for 40 minutes. You got so much time, especially if you're a photographer. You have so much time to set up shots and manipulate and take video and take still frame shots and get your science right for the photograph that you want. So yeah, I'm a huge fan of that idea. But okay, this is what I don't like about this idea. First of all, it's too geometric. There's no evidence to state that DJI is not making this an aerodynamic product. Okay, more aerodynamic. This one's not very aerodynamic, especially the camera. Okay, and if you compare it to things, like I'm going to go back to the Air 2S stuff here. If you look at the front of the Air 2S and you do that comparison, it has to, DJI is following a pattern of making things cool looking, and this just doesn't have that flair. So I'm just going to say right now, that's what makes me not think that what we're seeing is quite what we're going to get yet. I just don't. It doesn't. Now the Drone XL pictures, I do, the ones that look, and then somebody had made comments saying that these are prototypes. This is early prototyping. It's, there's no paint on it. It's metallic in color. And it doesn't look like this. So it's just, there's too many things. It's too geometric. And what we're seeing with the DJI products, that's just not it. So that's my thought on that. That's about all I've got to say about this. Am I a buyer of a Mavic 3? Yes, depending on the cost. I'm going to say sub $3,000, but that's still way outside of most drone users' price range. The goal of DJI is to get more people buying their products. They've been very good at lowering the cost. They're trying to flood the market with drones that other people can't compete with, and they're trying to price them out. This has definitely been a year where DJI has really made an effort at really knocking those prices down. So, Xeno Mini Pro, anybody? All right. Why would you say that, David? David, what is? Let me see if I can get, guys. I haven't put the chat stream up. Holy crap! Here, let me just throw the ducks back up and see if I can get that up. Have a little discussion, and then we'll. I told you it was going to be short, and we'll conclude this little discussion today. But let me go ahead here. Let's get my lake back up here and get the chat window and get that out of there. There we go. That's more dad randomish right back there. Don't you love that? Guys, that photograph was taken by a Mini SE, okay? That was taken by a $299 drone. So to be quite honest, David, Xeno Mini Pro can't do that. Okay, it can't do that. How can I tell if I'm seeing poor quality? Just look at the video from both the Hubsan and the Xeno product. And I'm not picking on them because they don't have a market for somebody. I don't know, somebody that really wants to overspend and get less quality. But look at the color science behind this photograph. It is natural. I would say that the colors blend nice. And like I said, if you've been to the area and you've taken a picture, and when you come home and then you look at that photograph, if the pictures look the same, you've got great color science. That's my expertise right there. So guys, $299, and you get that kind of color science. That is not an SE photograph. That is a still shot from 2.7K SE footage. So, is anyone getting telemetry freeze? My biggest, are you getting telemetry freeze from better stills from a Mini would be great? Yes, I agree. Woody, you're right. Okay. Woody made a great comment. A 12 megapixels is just, it is crap. But the cure to that, I mean, obviously this is not a cure for a lot of you guys, I take screenshots of a higher resolution, and that's how I justify the Mini SE. Remember, you're paying for $299. When you buy, let's say, another Mini product, you're not getting the color science. You might be getting a photograph, but that photograph, if it's got messed up, I guess if it's log or whatever, you're not going to be able to color grade it. Right? I just don't believe you can. So you're better off, if you're a photographer, you're better off upping your game. And I'm just telling you, if you've seen photographs from the Air 2S, you know what I'm talking about. I haven't been flying the Air 2S much. Because I'm kind of like that. I'm either like engaged with the product or I'm like doing something else. And right now I'm still kind of amazed at the SE, and I'm not afraid to to lose it. So anyway, um, so what do you think? I'm, what do you think? I haven't been flying a lot of FPV. I've kind of gotten a little bit bored of what's going on there. Because once I flew the DJI, guys, this is not another DJI pump story because I'm just saying this is from me. Once I flew the DJI FPV drone, the video quality you get and the immersion that you get, the immersive experience from flying that. Now, I'm not saying that you need better stabilization, which you obviously do, because the stabilization part is the tough part because you literally have to fly stable. But if they get that right, I'm just thinking, the FPV, world is going to be in trouble because they stabilize that video, and you pretty much get what everybody's been looking for, which is the digital quality, high resolution, immersive image. So, pleased to meet you. There's Web Local One. Hey, welcome. Hey, let me just go through the chat stream. I don't have the chat up. I was going to do that, wasn't I? Here, let me do that really quick. I just want to throw the chat up for you guys before I take off here, because I do have a agenda today. So, but I'm really glad that you guys are popping in. I am super glad that I had a chance today to jump on. And then I'll give you kind of a rundown, my final thought, maybe what you should think about, maybe kind of a game plan, because I've got a game plan. You can tell. What do you think my game plan is right now? It's called wait. I'm going to be patient and I'm going to wait. And that's what I'm doing right now. I am going to be very patient. Oh, and I just got to grab on here. I have to go on there. I just want to get on my live here really quick. And I just want to grab
This is the world's
let's see, got it.
It's incredibly versatile.
Let's see, pop out that chat. I just want to throw this chat pop out up on the screen for a while, so you guys can get a feel for everybody's comments here. Not that you're not already watching them. Well, on here, I just got to get I got to look that. Let's get there. It's been a while since I've done this, and guys, I told you I ditched StreamYard. There we go. Now we're back on there. I ditched StreamYard. I'm done with StreamYard. StreamYard's, for the money, it's great and everything, but I'm just ready to, there's just so many more things I can do with this. So it's so nice too, so I can read it on my own on my main screen here. But anyways, okay, so this is my game plan. This is what I'm going to be doing in the next, how I'm going to, let me get that right there. What I'm going to do, how I'm going to focus my time. One is I am moving over right now for a while from drones over to cameras. I'm going to go it's winter time. I want to be hiking more, and I want to upgrade my cameras. Right now, I've got a GoPro 6. That thing's going. It's hit. I've got an Insta360, and I've got the combo version where you can get both the action camera. But I broke it, and I haven't replaced the core. There's a core in it that's about $200, and I'm like, crap, for $200, you know what I'm saying? I can buy a whole Osmo Action. So you get into those dilemmas, and I'm not going to just throw money, at something and pay for it 3 times. So I'm going to move over from from drones to cameras for a while. I'm going to focus on cameras. The pun, right? Focus on cameras. Purview, how you doing? Sunrise Water Media, how you doing? Web Local, EBR FPV, the master of the evening flight. I love that. I love his work, FPV work. Let's see. You got David on there, Fly Zone. Let's see. We go way back, and we had Joshua F. I'll buy and resell. I'll buy and resell it just to get the newer version. Yeah, Josh. I think Josh and I are speaking the same language. Here, let me get my face. I got to move myself over. There we go. Now we got it. Now we're. Guys, that was just. So, yeah, I do the same thing. I go and. I don't keep every one of my drones. A lot of people do. I mean, what's the point of keeping old technology when you can just basically sell it for almost what you paid for it and then get something newer? That's kind of the beauty of DJI. But I mean, because the resale value on that, we'll see on the SE because I'm just going to tell you right now, the SE is better than the One. And I do have. Hold on here. Let me just get a second here. I do have for you folks, and I might have to go big or go home, right? I haven't put them on yet. I do have the stealth props. So yes, and if you have never seen the inside of the stealth props, guys, Master Air Screw, I don't even have a link for this, okay? I don't even care. You don't have to buy it. I mean, it's up to you. But maybe I do have it on there. But look at the cool packaging they did on this. That's some sweet packaging. Look at that. So that's the the Master Air Screw stealth props for the Mini SE. So you got the little screwdriver. And then it comes with all the screws, a screw set. So it's got everything. Remember, when you replace these, you got to make sure that you have the Loctite on there. So, but these are going to go on. Yeah, I bought the blue ones. For some reason, I don't know. I was in a mellow mood and bought the blue ones. Usually I get red or I get white or black. But for some reason, I bought the blue or orange. I like the orange ones too. The orange ones are kind of cool. But those will be going on soon. They're like $13, $15, I think, with tax or something. I don't know, on shipping. But a really good deal. I think this, if you're going to do anything to accessorize your Mini, I suggest you do this. But those are the stealth. Yeah, what are they? Is that backwards for you guys? All right. So, all right. So if you do get a chance, I'm gonna definitely do some testing on them. I haven't even put them on yet. So, but there it is. How can I tell if I'm seeing poor quality? Well, guys, get on those video tests that have been done on the other mini drones, and I'm telling you, I am not impressed. Well, I almost went FEMI X8, and then I didn't. So, all right, guys. I told you I was going to be short, and I'm done. So good to have you in. It's nice to be back. I will try to get on Fridays and try to see you guys a little more often. Maybe not at 4. I'd like to get on earlier, maybe like 3-ish. So if you're in the UK, maybe even 2. So it just depends. I've got to be working when I'm working. So, but it's good to see everybody. And like I said, I feel bad because I've kind of like dropped off the radar, and I don't mean to drop off the radar. I've got to get, I have to get my time in, you know what I'm saying? I've got a remodel coming up that I'm going to be doing. So I'm very, very busy. So, back to work. So you guys that are working will understand. So, all right. So for Dad Random, it was awesome to be on a stream with you guys. Going camera for a while. And yes, I am a buyer of the Mavic 3. If it ever comes out, but I don't truly believe or know that is coming out yet. I just do not, I don't see it yet. So look at that. What a crappy overlay that is. Look at that right there. That's just really nasty. Here, let's put the ducks back on and get my lake background. All right, that's taking it out kind of. All right, anyways, for Dad Random, later, and bye.